Hi everyone. So let's do a 5 by 3 spread using the big picture oracle system just to see if we can try to capture whatever energies are around us and want to speak up at this time. So we have the moon, the bed, the tower, the road, the bird, the clouds, wine, Cupid, the rose, the mouse, the cross, the child, the house, the tree, and the woman. So because the Cupid card is right here in the center of the reading, this feels to me like this is going to be a love reading. So we'll see what else wants to come through with the energy. But I do think in these two corners, we have the moon and the woman. So there may be a person in your energy that you're being intuitively drawn to. So this could be, it feels like a new person because I see the child card here, but let me make sure I don't go too fast. But I do feel like there is a person that you are being intuitively drawn to that you're interested in, perhaps romantically. So if we look at this 5-line spread here, we have the clouds and the wine, then we have Cupid, the rose, and the mouse. So what this is telling me, especially with the clouds and the wine, this particular combination is usually a combination for intoxication. So of course, it doesn't have to mean that literally, but it could be a very confusing situation that you're in with this person. So if you feel like you're drawn to someone, but it feels like a highly confusing situation, then this is probably your reading. Because I can see that you have been extremely confused, that the energy around you might even be intentionally confusing. But I can see that you are being offered very little from this person because the rose and the mouse together, the rose is someone giving you a gift, but the mouse is like something very small. So it could be an energy of breadcrumbing, giving you just enough to keep you hanging on, but not enough to matter. So I feel like this person is deliberately confusing you because they want to keep you hanging on, but they don't want to give. And so they want both. In other words, they want to not put in the effort, but also not lose you. So that becomes a very manipulative type of energy that we're dealing with. So, up in this corner here, I see the moon and the bed. And so I do really get the sense that you know that there's something wrong. You intuitively know that this is a toxic situation because you're wondering why this, like, love should not be that confusing, right? Love should be more straightforward, more peaceful. So I already know that it's on your mind that this could be a very toxic situation. This you're being supported by something in your home life. So, and I'm seeing it, this home is like sandwiched with the child and the tree. So this could be very much a family situation, but I'm almost getting the impression that your family might be the ones telling you. So whether this is siblings, parents, your children, make it make sense for you. But I get the sense that it is people in your home life, in your family life, that are probably helping you to decide or determine or distinguish the fact that this person is intentionally confusing, is just keeping you hanging on. That I get the sense that there are people in your environment that don't trust this person. And so you should listen to them or consider listening to them if they are saying that they feel like this person is not right for you. But I also already get the sense that you kind of already know this on your own. And with this Tower card being the thing on your mind, it does give me the impression that you are really thinking about putting an end to this. The Tower card is a very isolated energy, so, and a very independent energy. So it does give me the impression that you are thinking about putting an end to this and just striking out on your own and just moving away from this energy altogether. So if this is not a romantic situation, this is a family member. This is someone that you love, but they're manipulating you. So make that part make sense for you in case this is a family member. But I do really get the sense that somehow there's family involved and that they are the ones that are kind of saying, you know what, this person might not be giving you enough. This person is deliberately confusing. This person is manipulative. They could be saying things like, we don't really trust this person with you. And so if you're getting those messages, then I think that's what really is trying to come through here to confirm that for you. But again, I get the sense that you already know this too. I think that with the road and the birds, that what you don't know is that this person, this combination of the road and the birds feels like an open bird cage where a bird can just fly away, is that's what this is giving me, that you don't really even know that this person could run out on you at any minute. This is a very, very non-committal kind of energy because we have these breadcrumbs here and then we also have this flight risk of a person. So it could be that even though they keep you hanging on, they're keeping their own options open and they could fly off on you at any minute without you even knowing. And I'm not sure that you see that part that clearly. You see that this is toxic. You see that they're manipulative. You see that they're giving you just a little bit to keep you interested. But I think you really don't know just how quickly this person could disappear on you if they were to feel like there was something else that they wanted. And these types of energies, that's usually the case. They try to keep as many options open. The easiest options are generally the ones they'll fly away to. So, but I'm not sure that you see that clearly about this person. And I think a very important aspect of this reading is the cross and the child in these positions, because there's something here that you are not seeing. There's a karmic lesson that you are meant to learn. And I think you're getting close. I think your karma in this situation is to go be by yourself. I do think that, and I think you're getting very close. It's on your mind. Your intuition is telling you. And I feel like once you do that, once you are the one to break it off with this person who is making such a low amount of effort anyway, that's when you can really untangle your own karmic spaghetti. That to me feels like that's the lesson here. But you might not also be seeing that. You might not see that this was meant to happen because you're paying some kind of karmic debt. Whenever we see the cross, I know that there is some karmic debt that needs to be paid off. So I like to read these two arrows. There's a downward pointing arrow here and there's an upward pointing arrow here. And if we start with the downward pointing arrow, we have the moon, the wine, the house, the rose, and the birds. And this is really saying to use your intuition to overcome that confusion. But also, this is really telling me that if you listen to your family members, you will be gifted with a new love. And I'm actually seeing that go the other direction too, but we'll get to that. But I do think that using your intuition to cut through the BS, then all of a sudden is going to open up this door to a new love. And that I could read these two cards that way too, that the road and the birds, this is a road to new love once you untie your karmic spaghetti, once you pay this karmic debt, which seems very simple. It seems to just break it off with this person and be on your own is going to open that door for new love. And then if we read the cards this way, it's a very similar message where your karma is to cut through the confusion, be by yourself, and that's when you will be gifted a brand new person, someone who can really love you in the way you're meant to be loved. So this feels like a very straightforward message from these big picture oracle cards. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.